Jumping into the Bitcoin chart, I think Bitcoin has put in what appears to be a near-term top. Now, it doesn't mean we're absolutely going to crash, but it just means that potentially the upside gains are going to be dampened and limited. We have had an extraordinary move in the last couple sessions here. Our members bought off of this pullback here, right off of that daily 20 moving average when you backtested the 105. And really, it's been a straight shot to the upside, up 17% in 2 weeks for Bitcoin. A very powerful move. Now, the question is, where is Bitcoin going to be pulling back to if it does pull back? First things first, it does appear that we're putting in a daily topping tail. I have exited all of my crypto longs. I've sold our IBIT $64 calls that went deep in the money with members. I just today I gave the sell side signal to my members to get out of BITO. We rode that for about a 13.67% gain on our common shares. So I no longer hold any crypto longs, just as an FYI. And the reason that I don't hold any crypto longs is because we're hitting this massive resistance channel. Look at this parallel channel going all the way back to 2023 pivot low. Then you hit a 2024 again. Then you intersected right through these high pivots back here in 2024, 2025. And that's exactly what we hit today. A massive resistance zone tapping the 123 level and reversing sharply intraday. You can see that based off of the BTC USD chart, I actually executed a short with my members say intraday. So I am now short Bitcoin with a half position in common shares. So I picked up BITICE near the lows of the session. You can see I enter around 1729. There's still a chance Bitcoin can retest the highs. It's still in a very, very strong uptrend. But based off of this longer term resistance zone that we are identifying on the daily chart, I think BTC can definitely see a bit of a pullback. We're going to identify really where institutional and large traders are sitting. There's going to be 3 levels I'm going to identify based off of this volume profile. The first major level is going to be your 111. That is your value area high based off of this last little rally in Bitcoin. 111 is going to be a key critical area. The bigger institutional level is sitting at 103 and change, so call it 104,000. Now, that is a little bit of a longer term view, really, since the April. If we tighten up this volume zone and we go to really this recent pullback zone, you can see the first major area of support is going to be around 113.87. I think that is a strong chance that Bitcoin can retest that 113.870 level. That is your value area high. So if Bitcoin pulls back in the coming weeks into that 114, 113 level, that will be the first major test for the bulls. If the bulls fumble that level, then it looks like we're going back to 107. 107 is a clear level that you can see. It's this where this massive impulse rally started to the upside. It's your previous breakout trend line, but 113.87, you better keep your eye on that level because that will be an area in my mind that I think you'll get some action on the long side. If you take a look at some of the crypto stocks, Coinbase, surprisingly, the reversal in the crypto market today, it didn't really tap that 400 level that I was thinking. So perhaps there's going to be a little bit more of a momentum push in some of the other cryptos. If you look at Ethereum, Ethereum is also trying to come in with a bit of a topping tail, running into this previous little breakdown zone, 2 bar wide range red bar breakdown. You also had a rejection, a waterfall sell off over here. So Ethereum is definitely running into some near term resistance. MSTR today also had a really solid session, up 3.78%. The chart on MSTR isn't an all out short because it does appear like it can move a little bit higher, but it's not something that I'm personally chasing. The interesting chart that had a nasty reversal was MARA. Mara did briefly tap negative territory intraday, and then it had a small little bounce, but a huge bearish daily topping tail on the chart can be observed, and it does have a fair amount of volume on the overall chart. But Bitcoin does appear like it's going to be putting in a little bit of a near-term cycle top, and it could dictate a much larger downtrend over the next, say, 3 months. Just keep that on watch. A couple reasons why Bitcoin could be potentially staging a little bit of a top here is the US dollar. The US dollar is trying to stage a breakout out of this rather large downtrend. You can see it's trying to have a daily chart breakout as of today. The question is, will it close the week breaking outside of this key trend line? So if the daily chart, if this Dixie chart breaks out here and continues its momentum, that will likely distinguish this near-term top in the crypto space and Bitcoin. Some altcoins could still keep running if we see some profit taking in Bitcoin flow into other altcoins, but generally speaking, Bitcoin is a rising tide all boat asset. If Bitcoin falls, it typically starts to put downward pressure on the entire crypto space. So I am short. I think there's going to be downside, but we'll just have to take it day by day because this is still in a very strong uptrend. There's still going to be a lot of people trying to buy the dip and chase the dip. But if you're an aggressive trader, the big long level that you could try to buy this dip at is looking around 113,870. That is your value area high. Please give this video a like down below if you're interested to see how we trade. Definitely check out our free Trading Capital Telegram group in the link below.